to type the address, that is URL. Address need to be written on this top address bar, not Google search bar. So https colon / covid-19.health.gov.lk/vaccine. Make sure you write this last part also, vaccine, and enter. So I'll put that to the chat box. And this was given in the email provided to you as well. So now this is the login screen, and you have to use username and password given to you. And if you have not received any username and password, I'll share a Google form so that you can enter your details, and I'll email. Has anyone received the username and password? We'll say yes. Go to the chat.
We don't have received the username and password, so how can we get that username and password?
We haven't received.
Oh, okay. So I'll start a Google form now.
I think Dr. Buddhika will have the hospital institution also in the form.
Yeah, name of the institution. Is that good?
Yes.
Okay, then we need
Yes.
need the focal point name as So after the end of the training, I'll give you the usernames, and I'll put the form link here. Okay, so we'll go back to the system. As I said, this is developed by the WHO Sri Lanka, and what we from the Ministry of Health is doing all the coordination. Now, once you get the username and password, you can log to the system and make sure you use a capital and simple uh, in the given format and use dash when given. So you have to give the username and password and sign in. And what you get is the dashboard. So to start with, you will get a dashboard where the details of persons registered, COVID-19 vaccine, total doses administered, like that. The dashboard gives a summary of your activities with the system. Then you can do 4 things. I'll note them down. Now there are, for example, staff members in your hospital where you need to give their basic demographic data, that's like name, age, sex, those things. So that is known as registration. So you can one thing you can do is to register. And the next one is to mark the first dose details. The second one is mark second dose details. The last one you can do with the system is to adverse effects. Record adverse effects following immunization. So those are the 4 tasks you are going to do with this system. And first thing, you may register, then you have to record the first vaccination details, the second vaccination details, and record any adverse effects. You can do it in one way is to register at the same time, then add first dose details for the first time when you are doing it for the first time. Or else the other way you can do is you can have a list of all the employees in your hospital and register them before the vaccination. So what you do is registration on first go, and later at the time of vaccination, then you can do at first dose details. So we'll see how we are going to do them with the system. Now the most important thing with the data entry is there's a menu which is identified with 9 dots on the upper right hand corner of the screen. So if you go there and click, you will get some icons and you have to find out something called tracker capture. So this is the most important thing, tracker capture. You have to go to that tracker capture. And this is the tracker capture page. So you can identify the tracker capture from there are registration and data entry part is here, reports here, and you can see your hospital listed here. And you get COVID-19 vaccination at the top. So what you are going to do is you are going to capture COVID-19 vaccination data, and there are 3 buttons: list, search, and register. List is there, that is the default option, which lists the last persons got registered in the system. And search is the one you can search and find people. And register is to register a new one. That means if we have not added the data previously, you can go and register. So at the moment, not all the details are there in the system, but later we'll be able to add all the details in the election commissioners database to the system, so that there's no need to register. You can just search and find out anyone. But for the time being, you have either to register or search. Now we'll see how we are going to register one. So this is done when the data is not there in the system. So say there's one staff member from your hospital where no data is already there. So now the enrollment data. Enrollment means when we are going to enroll this one, register. say, for example, now today I am going to register a person who will be vaccinated today or later. So at the time, the default is today's date is selected. But if we have done the registration previously, we can select another date. But I recommend to leave it as it is. Then the profile. First one is client registration number. Client registration number is an automatic number that will be assigned by the system. You don't have any control over that. All you can do is, if you want to record it manually, you can note this down or print it. So you need not to enter anything. Now this is the first one, name in English. So we can write details here. Then sex. So you have to select male or female. You have to use the mouse for the selection. Then age in years. Now remember, now there are labels with a red asterisk. The red asterisk stands for the mandatory fields. So name is mandatory. You can't save a person without a name. So sex is also the same. You must select a sex. Age in years 65 and the permanent address. So that is also mandatory. Why? Because we have marked it as with an asterisk. And the district. And the districts are listed, but you can scroll down to find any district or just type first few letters. Then MOH area is not mandatory, but if you have time and you can add it. So this district is the one which the permanent address belongs. That means the person may be working in Colombo, but he's having the permanent address in Galle. So the permanent address is Galle and the district is also Galle. MOH area is also the same. The MOH area of the permanent address is considered here. And this occupation list, this is standard classification of occupations that is given by the WHO. And if you have time, you can fill this. But this is not mandatory because occupation is not marked with an asterisk. But phone number is mandatory because we need to send alerts. For example, if we want to remind the second dose like that, taking the phone number is mandatory. You can record another phone number as well, but that is not mandatory. And the selection criteria. Selection criteria is because on which basis you have been selected. This person is selected for the vaccination. It may be a health staff. Health staff means working in the government sector. Dr. Ranga may explain, you may belong to some different category of private health sector staff or something, but for the time being, until is Dr. Ranga there, I don't know. Now you have to select on which basis. Now you have been selected for vaccination. For the time being, select health staff, but if there's a change, he'll inform you. And the health staff category: medical officer, nursing officer, paramedical staff, administrative staff, minor staff, cleaning staff, security staff, or other. So for the time being, remember you have to select health staff, and according to the person, select one of these. Then the NIC number. Make sure that this NIC number is unique. For example, if the same NIC is already been there in the database, you won't be able to save this because it checks whether it is already there. And the other details you can record include allergies, comorbidities. Comorbidities, there may be non-medical people who are listening to this. Comorbidities is other diseases the person may be having, like diabetes, hypertension, chronic obstructive airway disease, bronchial asthma, chronic kidney disease, ischemic heart disease, malignancies, and so on. So if you need, you can mark them. If you mark allergies as yes, then you have to give a brief description of what do you mean by allergic to something. You can write it like that. So at the end, at the bottom of the page, you will have two main options: save and continue and save and add new. Save and continue is there when you want to add details of this person's vaccination first dose. First, now say after entering these data of a particular person, now we are going to add the vaccination data. In that case, we use save and continue. So say if this is done at the time of vaccination, this is the best option. But say now you have planned the vaccination for tomorrow. What you are doing today is just to register. So we'll register all the staff members of the hospital. So it will be easier. We don't have to enter each and every data at the time of vaccination, because it will cause a rush at the time of vaccination. So we can make them added to the database without adding vaccination data. In that case, you can click the save and add new. Save and add new. So do you get what do you mean by that? I'll go through the okay. So after you click the save button, you will go to a patient dashboard. Now, after saving, this will be the screen you get. So for example, I used my profile. I'll use my profile. Now, this is known as patient dashboard. You will be directed here after you click the save and continue button. So this is known as person dashboard. So back button is there to go back to the tracker capture part, and the name of the person in English, age, sex, district, the address, all things will be there. And in addition, on the right side, you can see the profile. Profile means basic demographic data you recorded during the registration. So name in English, sex, age. Say that if you want, in case you want to record, edit this, or you want to change this. So if that, in that case only, you can click the edit button. Here you get the edit key. Unless you click that, you can't change anything. Like that, you can't change. Say we want to change it to 45. So in that case, what do you have to do is to go to edit. So then these things will be editable. We can change, and after that, we can scroll down and click the save button. So then again, it's not editable after clicking. So this is a profile. This is not a mandatory step, just an optional step in case you made an error during registration, or you have some additional data to record. You can edit. So this patient profile, person profile is there. Then after that, what we can do is we can record these events. COVID-19 vaccine first dose, COVID-19 vaccine second dose, adverse reactions following vaccination. So these three events can be there. Now the default is the first one, no events exist, because you have not added any details about COVID-19 vaccine first dose. So there are few steps you have to do to add the details of COVID-19 vaccine. First one is you can find a button with a plus sign inside. you have to click this button, and you will get add new event for stage COVID-19 vaccine first dose. So under that, you have to select a date. The default is today's date. So if we are doing as a real-time data entry, the default date is today. We need not to change this. We just click save. Clicking the save button is not going to do everything. We have some more actions to take. So after you click that, under the COVID-19 vaccination, you will get some additional data, that is client's information. And if you scroll down, there is something called vaccination information. So make sure you enter the vaccination information. Vaccine first dose given. We have to mark it as yes. Then vaccine product. For the time being, what we are distributing here is Covishield. So it should be Covishield only, but later if you get other sort of vaccines, the names will be listed here. So you have to select one of them. Then the batch number. At the time, we have 2 batches, and make sure you select the correct batch. Then if you have any questions, just stop me and ask at this time. And there's a second dose. Usually the second dose is given 28 days after the first dose by the system, but this may differ from the actual date, but you don't have the privilege to change this. So if this date is different from the date you give for the second dose, don't worry too much about that. This is the system suggestion. So let it be like that. So after filling these things, you can say complete. So when you click the complete, are you sure you want to complete the selected event? Yes, then you have to say complete. If you click the complete button, it will complete and stay in this person dashboard. But if you want to complete this and go to the main place where you do tracker capture, you can say complete and exit. So it goes back to the place where all the persons are listed. So this is what we discuss now, is to register a new patient at the first dose. Say we have registered all the persons first, and then if we want to search at first dose details, we can do is we have to click the search button. Under search button, the first criteria we can search is by the client registration number that is generated automatically by the system. But if it is not available, you can enter your national identity card number. This is my NIC. I enter my NIC, and with the V, then click on this small icon. Then you will get a list of matches, but this may be limited to 1 when you give a NIC number. So if there are possible more than 1 match, there may be 2 or 3 records. Then click on this particular record, the selected record. It will be directing you to the person dashboard.
Dr. Buddhika?
Yes.
Dr. Buddhika, while we upload bulk data in the first time, then is it any easy way to upload this thing, or we should enter one by one?
Yes, for the time being, we don't have the facility provided for everyone to upload all the persons as like from an Excel. But if you have a lot of persons, let me discuss. You send an official request on through the official email address. I'll give the official email address. Can you remember the official email? I'll provide the email address.
Yeah.
Digital health info. Digital health.gov.in.
additional secretary किसने भी देखने गए नहीं then make it again
Oh, make it
health information
you want to check it. Dr. Ranga, are you there?
Yes, Dr. Buddhiga.
Okay, what shall we do? Shall we ask them to send an email to additional secretary office email or give our email? What do you prefer?
I think for the helpline, you can give the health information unit 1.
Okay. In that case,
Dr. Buddhiga, our madam, Dr. Lakshmi Somatunga, additional secretary, will speak to the participant shortly. You can,
okay.
but anyway, you can continue.
Okay, please let me know when madam is ready. Shall I stop now or continue until she's ready?
Shall we give the opportunity to ask any questions?
Yeah.
If you have any questions regarding the system, you can ask now.
Still the system demonstration is not finished. We just discuss about registration and first dose. So if you have any questions at the moment until madam starts her speech, you can ask any question in Sinhala or in English, whatever you like.
Dr. Buddhika, can we get username and password by today or?
Yeah, by within half an hour, I'll send. I already have them with me. Just a matter of getting your email and finding them and emailing it to you.
Okay, fine.
I think Dr. Buddhiga, you can continue the training until madam joins and speak. So
Actually, no
start the next session
responses
also?
there for this contact information sheet yet. Dr. Rangana, have you given another link or are they entering this link? Because no responses yet.
Yes, I posted the same link again.
Okay.
Is
So
there
has
any
anyone...
problem? Is there any problem of filling that form and or accessing?
Good morning. The link which you have sent us is going into the login screen and not for the for registration. Can you please kindly send the registration link, please?
Registration link is that we have set of username and passwords, and after getting the name of the institution and the email, we'll be forwarding the individual user accounts to you. All we want is your details. For that you need to fill the Google form.
Dr. Buddhiga, if you don't mind, can you please copy your link again and post in the chat?
Okay, sure. Can you please try this one? You need to use a Google account to fill the form. So first thing is to log in to a Google account and then fill the form. So for all those hospitals, we have received usernames from the WHO. I'll be able to send them within half an hour, but there may be some institutions, some of your institutions may not have been issued with the username and password. In that case, I have to contact the WHO Sri Lanka and get your username and password, and that will take some time. For them, I'll try to get it as soon as possible after contacting the WHO team. So again, as there are no questions, it seems, I'll again go through the training. Okay, now one response is there. Okay, so we'll go back to the presentation again. Now what we have up to now discussed is how to register someone and to add details. Now we are going to search. So I have demonstrated how to search using NIC, but I'll show the other ways. So if you have the
Dr. Buddhika?
NIC now, yes.
Sorry to disturb you. Our madam,
Yeah,
Dr. Lakshmi Somatunga,
I like
additional
it because
secretary. Yeah, additional secretary, Public Health Services,
Oh,
Ministry
okay,
of Health
madam.
is here. She is the leader in this project, and she will speak to you now.
Thank you very much, Buddhika. I will take only 1 minute, okay? Because I have another Zoom meeting to attend, but thank you very much. Good morning to all of you. Hope you hear me. Do you hear me?
We hear you.
Yeah, okay. Okay, thank you for being here. Now, this shows your enthusiasm. Actually, this is our own system, and going with the world's trend, it's very important to have real-time data. And each of you, I mean, the vaccination centers at private health sector, you also can see your own situation with this. Your dashboard will be available for you. And please cooperate. And this is a mandatory thing in the health sector now. And we can get the data then and there. And our team who coordinated this now have really, they have simplified the format than the original one. So day by day, we are also improving. And before your vaccination starts, it's very important that you have your data already incorporated to this system, and then that will be very easier, and you will see and you will enjoy that. This is a very good system, and we can be together proud of these programs. Buddhika, please continue this training, and I know that it's very user-friendly one. they will just pick this. I know it is because now most of our hospital staff, they really follow this, and they are very happy with this. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for your leadership and guidance, madam. So I'll start training again. Now, what can you see my screen again?
Yes, we can see the screen.
Okay. Now, what we discuss is to search using the NIC number. That's not that difficult. And you'll get set of matches and select the one according to your requirement, and click on that will direct you to the person dashboard where the profile details and the vaccination details are listed. But if you want to search from some other means, we can say go to search, and you can add one or more details, and the combination will be search in the database. Now name, we'll say Buddhika, and we click the button. Lot of Buddhikas will be appearing in the list. First, those in our hospital. So the Buddhikas in your hospital will be listed at the top of the matching list. Now my name is at the second place, so I can click it, and it will direct to the person dashboard of my profile. So this is how you can search. So I think the searching is clear for you.
Sorry to interrupt you again, Dr.
Yeah.
Buddhika. I
Yeah.
think they haven't got the Google link yet in the chat.
Okay, is that
Would
so?
you mind? Yeah.
Let
I think,
me.
now we can see one post.
Okay, sorry for that. I have not selected everyone. That has caused the issue. So now you may be able to fill it, but if you find it difficult, just let me know. Now again, we'll go back. We can search from the mobile as well. Now if we search by the phone number, you will get the match, and you can see the details. Like that. Now searching is now you are, I think it's clear for you. So we'll see how we are going to record the vaccination data, first dose vaccination after searching. And if you have any suggestions, just let us know. We'll inform them to the development team from WHO, so that they will make any changes necessary. Now I'll demonstrate how we can do it after searching and then adding the first dose vaccination details. First search the person. And after searching, you will go to the person dashboard. So under COVID-19 vaccine first dose, you can see that there are no events. So first thing is to click on the plus mark and select the date and click save. And add vaccine first dose given years and select the product, select the batch number, and date of the second dose is there, but we can't do. After that, click the complete. After that, complete and exit. But for the time being, I'll click on the complete button, where you may sometimes see that this field may remain blank, but we have informed it to the development team. They will fix it. Even if this remains blank, just ignore it because the data is already there. So that is how we record the first dose, and the same is for the second dose. Now I go to how to record adverse reactions following vaccination. Now, if we want to add an adverse reaction following vaccination, we can click here and go to, there's already one added. I will remove it first. You don't have to delete. I am deleting it for the demonstration purposes. Now we go to adverse reactions following vaccination and click on this plus mark and the date of adverse effect. So on which date the adverse effects started. So we can select a date and click save, but that is not going to complete. We have some more things to do to record the adverse effect. The first thing is AEFI occurrence, adverse effects following immunization after the first dose or the second dose. So we have to select first dose or second dose. At the moment it's first dose, but after the completion of the second dose, it may be after second dose. Then common adverse effects following according to the manufacturer. Now these are the common adverse effects as given by the manufacturer. So headache, nausea, vomiting, myalgia, injection site tenderness, injection site pain, injection site warmth, injection site erythema, injection site pruritus, injection site swelling, injection site bruising, fatigue, malaise, pyrexia, chills, injection site induration, influenza-like illness. So do you want me to go through each adverse effects in detail, or can you understand, or are there anything I want to describe in detail? Is it clear for you, these common side effects?
I think when you are feeling the adverse side effects, you can get the input from your medical officer or the consultant working in your hospital if you don't have any good insight about this adverse reaction.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes,
Dr.
yes.
Buddhika,
Yes.
Okay, yes.
Buddhika, we hope to use 4 data entry operators at one movement. So you
Yeah.
hope to given one credential that is possible to log in them in same time.
Yeah, it's possible. We discussed that issue with the WHO team. They wanted us to use one single account. We may have to share it among 2 or 3. That's not the best practice, but that's the way we were advised. You can use multiple logins at the same time with same user account.
Multiple login same time, same use. Okay. Thank
Yeah,
you very much.
that's possible. But if you have any security concerns, just drop us a mail for the previous previous address. So I'll again discuss with the WHO team.
Okay, thank you very much.
Then local adverse events requiring investigation. So injection site abscess or severe local reactions, they can be recorded here. Then the central nervous system adverse effects requiring investigation: Guillain-Barré syndrome, encephalopathy, encephalitis, febrile seizures, afebrile seizures. So those things will be diagnosed by the consultants, and you can later record them under adverse effects. Other adverse effects requiring investigations include death, anaphylactic shock, HHE, that is hyporesponsive hypotensive encephalopathy, no, and osteomyelitis, toxic shock syndrome. Then adverse effects not requiring investigation include allergic reaction, arthralgia, high fever. So whatever you have, you just mark them and add as complete. So that is how you enter the data, and in the dashboard you will get the basic overview of the activities you have done. And then here this is from one institution, number of registered 2,500, COVID-19 first doses 648, COVID-19 second doses 0. So the total is Covishield, and that is for the health staff. And the by the date on the 3rd 435, on the 4th 13, 5th 136, like that. Number of doses given by the age group, like that you get a dashboard. But if you want another report, you just send a format. We'll discuss with the WHO team and make it available. So under daily reports also you get these details. And the date of if today's vaccination has been conducted, the details will be listed here, but because it is not there, it is not appearing. So this is basically what we do with the COVID-19 immunization tracker. And so you can ask questions now if you have any concerns, but you will get more questions when you actually use the system. And we in the health information unit will be available for you to provide support. I'll mention my phone number. And the email address. So as there are no questions, can we conclude the session?
Dr. Buddhika, can we see how many have filled this Google form now?
Okay, 7.
Only 7, no? We have around
Yes.
34 participants. I think I have emailed that also in the same email thread. Kindly fill the Google form and send us the details so we can share the login credentials. So I would like to thank and extend our gratitude to Dr. Buddhika conducting this training and establishing this helpline to you. And soon we are in the process of arranging a hotline to the health information unit, so all the users can reach the health information unit for any troubleshooting. So thank you very much. If you have any questions, we can give another few minutes.
For the benefit of some of us who are unable to log in on time, is there possibility to get the recording of this Zoom session?
Yes, of course. We have done the recording. We will share the recording in the same email thread.
Okay, thank you so much.
And there's already
good.
recorded resources, and you have videos from the developers directly, which is better if you can access. We have given the link in the email thread, the resources. There's a resource folder in the email thread. We'll see.
It's in the first email, Dr. Buddhika.
Okay, here now this is there's a folder. Here, this is the resource folder. I'll copy it to the chat box. So already there's training material, but today's video will also be uploaded in addition. But official training material from the developers, that is WHO Sri Lanka, is available on this link. Up to 9 only, up to now, only 9 responses are there. We'll send the user credentials as soon as possible. Then shall we conclude the session? There's one chat. Okay, that's all. So, Dr. Angana, shall we conclude the session?
Yes, let's wind up. And if you have any problem, you can reach through emails. We are always happy to help you. And we hope you will take the responsibility of implementing this and record every single person who's receiving the vaccine in your institute. Thank you very much.